Okay, Coach, thank you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On the double.
52, 152. There's a party now. He's got it.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Let's go, B, let's go. Hey, let's get there.
And an alley to run. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. 22 yards there, a first down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read.
Check that little Mike 52 right here. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Check.
Leo.
Hot, hot. Check. Frag down.
22 jet bomber.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Look at me. Go.
Watch out.
Man.
Undercut. Shift. Watch the shift.
61, matchbox lights.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Under 10. Squeeze.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be first and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
March 49.
Look at me. Zipper.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Greystone travel.
Check, 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 check. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Okay, go.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he's got room. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Philip Lindsey, 91 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
On the ready.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And out across midfield down to the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Ready.
Out of the gun now on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Got it.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
That's trash. That's trash.
Hey, exit.
Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Here we go. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Check. And
Hit it.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes. Because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Hey, echo. Bang, 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 bang. You're out. Smooth. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Lock now on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Jannard Avery. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Hey, lock it.
Block now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, Haywood.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to... one remaining. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down.
Yep.
Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50.
Hey, high 7. Rock it.
On third and long, it's locked. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Watch the boot.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Right there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
80 weapon.
Mike 49.
Hey, they go.
Locked to throw on 2nd down. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Here we go. 30 base.
on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Yes, yes.
Check. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports.
10, Broncos 7.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
4 down, 4 down. Check nine, check nine.
Get ready.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey, and he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Mike's 50.
Bravo.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Defense wins championships, baby.
Please grip. Please grip.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
Hey, Wahoo.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. And oh, he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is.
Here we go.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now.
Get it.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. DJ Chark with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, 50. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike.
Snap.
On play action, Locke. He's going to rifle one deep left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A big play there. 77 yards as his guys are able to regain the lead. It didn't take too long for them to get that lead right back, did it?
No, it certainly didn't, and it's got to be just a bit demoralizing. You're charged up, you take the lead, you send your defense out, and guess what? One play later, you're right back in a position of having to go down the field and score again.
That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Recon, 132 fighter.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. 52's the mic, boy. 52.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
On the set.
Mike Mark 2. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Switch. Slam.
Look at me. Door. Fire.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
Go now. 10 Lobo.
2 times.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. That's pulled in at the 32. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Go. Hey, team 6. Protein spill.
Mike 50, huh? Come on, D. Mike 50. Watch the curl.
Bam.
Safety creep.
On 1st down, Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
22 jet bomber.
At the 17-yard line.
Check 26. Let's go.
Locke now on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
On 1st down, Richard. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
15 line. 15 line.
Tackles. Alert 3.
Look, squeeze. Ready?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
First down, Raiders.
Ready up. We ain't giving up nothing today. Run. Hey, Sam off.
4 down. Check.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
2nd and 9 now. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big time.
And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Michael Gallup, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys have now moved out in front. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way home for a Broncos score. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards as they have taken the lead. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for first down. On the draw, Richard. Well, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Tight go. 61, matchbox right. Switch. Hard. Hit it.
This is Richard. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Double dog. That's the way. 52 is the mic right here over there, right? 55.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Ready, set.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
It's just me and you.
Hey!
It's me and you. My 52.
Hey, Delta.
Walk.
You're out.
Get walk.
Right up.
Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
No.
Greystone, travel.
They run the counter. Richard. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Check your hot read.
General West.
Big ad.
Hey, Zoo.
We're in 52.
Walk up.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
49. Ricky. 49.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Watch the screen.
Hey, orbit. Ready?
They fake the handoff, now locked. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
At the 49-yard line.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Hey.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. But it's going to be second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Let's go. Tighten up.
Second and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on out to our studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Let's go.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready? 10 Lobo.
It's going to be a long.
Blue draw Corker. Hit it.
On third down, here's Lindsey. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
X3, 218, chop it.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Hey, lock it.
Check 52.
5.
Now to the air, Rock. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards.
Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47.
Rock it.
Here's Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Oh, you got D? 49, guys. Mike, 49. Silver.
Hey, exit.
Mike's 49.
Into the red zone, it's Locke.
Here we go.
Got a man, that's complete to Hamilton. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
The pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Go, 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 go.
Hey, check, Mike 50, Mike 50.
Pilot, 64, weak. Go.
Now a carry for Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Philip Lindsey, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Broncos push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Ready.
Richard. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Kill. Hey, let go. Speed river.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
So it looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's the Raiders punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 15. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
They go for just one here as it's up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Lock now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Mike's 49.
Leo.
Yeah, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Haywood. Look at me. Go. 5.
Lock now on 1st down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Cleveland Farrell make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Hey, high 7. Fair.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. Cortland Sutton is the man he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
91.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike's 50. He don't know no better. Mike's 50. Let's go, defense. And here we go.
Hey, wahoo.
Mike 50. Here we go, D.
What? Squeeze.
Kill.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Locke now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Locke's throw caught by Sutton. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike's 49. I got it.
Locke looks to throw it again. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Jannard Avery in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Broncos on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
6-6, pull it high. No. Hey, seam 6. Ready.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So you had to figure that sooner or later someone was going to top Matt Prater's record of 64, and officially this one will go in the record books at 65.
You saw him lining up for this, and you just thought to yourself, you know, he couldn't make this. And sure enough, to be here to see it, that's pretty darn awesome.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. On the ground, Richard accelerating, and off he goes. The 30, past the 20, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jalen Richard, 82 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter, and don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. This is the tight end fan. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Lindsey going to try and run it in. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
61, matchbox lights.
Right here, right here.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Raiders on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Hey, Sam off.
36.
My 52. Let's go.
Looking to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught by Funchess. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Back to throw here. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives.
And he's into the clear. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They run it with Jacobs. He's got a first down and more past the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch twist.
Blue draw Corkers. Fight.
They'll run on first down. Richard. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. He'll find his running back. It's Jalen Richard. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 20 on a catch and run.
X3. 218. Chop.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Check 24.
Let's go.
On second down, it's Jacobs. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
70, Indy. Here we go. Hey, Zoo.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Let's go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
57's the Mike. Watch 57. Watch the back.
Go.
Check Mike 57. Mike 57. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. Let's go.
Ready?
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point up and through, and that will get them one closer. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Denver, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.